Coming to you live from the basement of an abandoned training facility where we talk about fighting, training, and events. It's the Fight Mixer Show, where you can hear about all the local and world combat sports happenings. Get ready. It's time to gear up and square up because we're going live on the Fight Mixer Show.
Perfect. Perfect.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Again.
How are you?
I am doing great. Thank you. How are you guys?
Great. Excited to talk to you.
Oh, me too. I've been talking about it all day. I've definitely been hyping up to everyone. I was like, okay, I have my interview. Although I've been saying 8:30, so that's how excited I've been to do this interview. Is I pushed it 30 minutes ahead.
So much has happened with you since we last had you on.
I know it's been. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be Britain if that didn't happen, huh?
You kind of blew up. How you feeling? You were just out there now. I mean, all your success and how you feel after all that. Is it just kind of like surreal, or are you soaking it in right now?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things, to be honest with you. It's a hit or miss every day. So some days it's like it's a dream come true. It's super surreal. It's like, wow, this is everything I believed would happen. Like I envisioned this exact thing. And then some days it's like, the pressure of still doing and being a fighter and working hard every day and dealing with the publicity on it and people talking about you. And, there's like a lot of banter back and forth on social media. And then you have like the whole thing about a fighter. The biggest thing is what's next. Like, am I training, just to work on my craft and to help other people? Am I training for when am I fighting next? What is next? And, what I should put my attention and what my efforts and focus should be in. And then some days it's just, it gets to be, sometimes it can be a lot, it's definitely a lot. And you just kind of want to go off and be, in your own little oasis, which I still have a lot of that here too. So it's good. It just really depends on the day. But most of all, for the most part, it's amazing. I'm doing what I love. I'm following my dreams and my passion. And I'm hopefully still helping and inspire other people.
Yeah, and you took a chance, and that I think really some people just don't take things like that, and that I think really jumped you forward. And I can imagine it being overwhelming. Like I'm sure everyone wants to know exactly what are you planning for next. Who are you gonna beat the crap out of next?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and the biggest thing, I'll say for being in my weight class, a lot of people apparently really don't know it, or it doesn't really sink into them that bare knuckle only has one weight class for females. So being a female fighter is like especially hard because we fight at just 125. So where the males, they're kind of like, oh, well, I'm going to drop for 135 for this guy, or I'm going to go for 145, et cetera, et cetera. For females, it's just the 125. So for me, my biggest thing here is that I want to be the best. And I'm definitely 100% that, that idea and passion hasn't gone away. I still want to be the best. But the girls that I'm facing tend to be coming in a little bigger. They walk around like 140 and they're cutting to 125. So I've been really focused on like a new aspect of gaining the muscle and gaining the weight to be as competitive as I can at this weight class. And that's been kind of a process too, going back and forth on kind of getting used to walking around 10 pounds heavier and kind of having that adjustment as a female.
If you weren't, if there was an added class, do you think you'd be dropping down or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If there is an added class, like I would love there to be a 115 class. When I boxed, I fought at 118. I could definitely do 115, but that was the weight class I feel like I was definitely the most dangerous when it came to boxing, because in boxing I faced the same problems. You know, I fought people at 125, I fought at 130, and I fought at 135, and they were all dice rollers. The girls came in, they were way bigger. So my game plan has always been to outmove, outskill, and be faster than someone who's bigger and stronger than me. So it was kind of something I always like as a true survivor, going back from what we talked about last time on the live show. It's kind of like do or die, and when it comes to that, you know, I'm definitely going to do, and I'm going to survive no matter what. But obviously I don't want to take the chances and keep fighting bigger, heavier girls when I could be in a weight class that I'm definitely the most dominant at.
Yeah, so that's something that, yeah, it doesn't seem very fair. There's only one weight class because, like, I'd like to see some, like, female heavyweights in bare knuckle, too.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Everyone talks about that. Just imagine if there was a female heavyweight in bare knuckle. I feel like
Dude, there'd be some bad bitches.
yeah, it would be awesome. I mean, I think that they should, but you know, I'm probably a little biased on it because I am a female. But they keep saying, "Oh, there's not enough females. There's not enough females to match and keep it competitive." But I mean, I see girls all the time that want to get into bare knuckle. It's just they don't have a weight class for them.
Mm-hmm. And even getting, yeah, that 115 weight, those girls are going to be fucking wiry, too.
Right. Yeah. They'll be, you know, smaller, but normally that weight class, you tend to see it's not so much that, don't think in the terms of being skinny. It's that they're short. They're mostly shorter at that weight class, like 5'2", 5'4". Yeah, exactly. Like there's still some girls, like a lot, like even, you know, looking at Paige, like Paige Vincent, who I just fought February 5th, she fought in the UFC at 115. So it just shows you that broad spectrum and fighters on really how much weight they can drop to go into a fight. And then when you actually watch them fight, they're really not fighting at the weight they came in.
Yeah. But sometimes you have more success when you don't cut at all. So I think I'm kind of biased. I'm not biased. I'm kind of stuck in the middle on whether or not to fight at walking weight, because that's how I, you know, feel like I fight at my walking weight. I don't like cutting. I'm not good at it. And then you have the people that can shred those. And I just don't know if it is actually maybe a benefit to them, because at least on the girl side, maybe the guys can push through. Girls' bodies, I do believe, are different, and I don't think it does take a toll on you, especially when you're trying to digest all that food and the nutrients that you're trying to put back in your body.
Yeah,
well, no, women, we already have an issue with losing weight like that because our hormones are different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, if it's that time, you know, being, you know, there's different things that make you like put on water weight more, and you can't get it off, because I've done that too. Like I've made 118 super easy, but there was one time where I literally had to like kill myself to make 118 because I was walking around at 122, which really isn't that big of a difference, but losing that 4 pounds in that one period of time, I just couldn't do it just because of the other factors going on with my life at that time.
Yeah.
Imagine how fucking mad you'd be if you were kind of way you got to it and then like got in your period the week of the fight and just fucking like
you don't understand.
Yeah, no, I've had that before, so that's been definitely a real experience.
Sorry guys at home, but that first day,
that's real life problem.
Yeah, real life shit. Get used to it.
I would like to see a push away from all the weight cutting and go to a same day weigh-ins to where it doesn't make any sense to do a weight cut.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, I do see the studies in it, because they say when you're cutting weight, it does affect your brain, because, you know, in that water retention, it comes from somewhere. And if you're already definitely chiseled and worked out, like, where is that water coming from?
Yeah.
So you see a lot of these athletes, like, you're right, when they cut weight and then they come back, they're super lethargic. They're not all there. It's very mental in that aspect, because your brain takes that much water to run and function properly too. So I do think a lot, you know, you definitely see that in the amateurs, the same day weigh-ins. I think for me, it would be, you know, I wouldn't really mind it, because again, I usually fight at my walk around weight. This is the first time in my life that I've walked around above 130. So it's a little different for me getting used to that, but you know, I still feel strong and I feel really healthy, and everyone says I look really good. So I guess I just have to go with that. But it is a difference, you know, when you're talking about 10 pounds.
Yeah, you're probably more lean muscle though, right?
What?
Lean muscle though, is that what you're putting on? You're not just for people at home to understand, not everyone understands the kind of weight that we put on or take off, or it's not necessarily like you're packing on fat and just doing cardio. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's one thing people don't understand. Like, that's the effects that happens if people are on drugs. It's not so much the drugs affects them, it's the fact that they're dehydrated, they're not getting enough sleep, they're stressing out their body. And then we have these athletes that do it and they're wrecking themselves just like, people on drugs are doing. And it's just being more conscious that maybe we don't need to stress our bodies out this much just to drop 20 pounds to get to a fight.
Yeah, imagine how you eat Thanksgiving dinner and how tired you are, right after the meal.
Mm-hmm.
And then think about all these people just eating. That's why I actually try to just eat till I feel normal and not just put all your energies, digesting. So I don't think people realize that. I don't know if they understand the breakdown for those that don't actually get in their cage.
Right.
So I know there's lots of speculation on what's coming up for you and the women's divisions. But have you heard anything, and where do you see things matching up?
Yeah, so that's another thing that's a super roller coaster. I thought that I put a post on Instagram and everything saying, hey, I have special news for you guys. It's coming up, because I was supposed to find out Wednesday exactly who I was fighting, but that I was indeed fighting May 21st. But that card got canceled and got pulled, and I think that it was announced for June 18th. But now it's going to be at a later date. We can't say for sure right now, so it's kind of like still being like undercover, but it is going to be a June date. So I am scheduled to be on that card, so that's pretty exciting. I just heard it today, actually, that I will indeed be on that card. Who and the exact date, I still have to keep under wraps, so I can't really say it yet, but know that I'm preparing for it, and I'm super excited and passionate about the fight. It's definitely one that I think needs to happen to shut some naysayers up, and so I'm excited. I'm looking at it as an awesome fight. I want the fight, so I'm excited. I hope it happens. I hope she doesn't punk out and back down, so I can at least say that much.
Is who you think it is?
I don't know.
Twice.
How about one question? Is it a title fight?
No, and I know, and I asked, and he's like, they keep making these excuses saying, well, we can't give a title shot to someone who's 1-0, or we can't give a title shot to someone who's 0-1, and we can't give a title shot to someone who's a debuter. But I'm like, don't you people want that? Like, everybody wants someone to have the belt.
If they challenge you, though.
Isn't the Miami fight, aren't several of the people 1-0?
Yeah, exactly. So I know, and I just have to say, okay, unfortunately, I'm the boss, but
you work for the organization, you can't say too much.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But I definitely, I have definitely been really vocal about it. It's something I want more than ever. It's definitely one of my main goals in fighting. Definitely to motivate, inspire other people. But I feel like to have that credibility to do that, you have to have a title. Just like when you're a boyfriend and girlfriend, if you want the real thing, you got to put on it. Well, if you want to be the real thing, you got to put a belt on it. So that's really what I'm looking for, and I want it. But and I said that, and I think Boss Man could tell I don't want to say desperation, but the want and desire for the belt. And he said, trust me, Britain, you're getting the title shot for you is coming up. So I just gotta really just work extra hard, because it is bare knuckle at the end of the day. I'm not counting anyone out. I'm not saying anyone's an easy fight. I'm definitely excited to fight certain people, because I feel like I would fight them for free in the parking lot because I just dislike them so much. But other than that, anybody can be a threat. Anyone can have a punch. And now I have one more person that's in my way that I have to remove. That way I can get the title shot. So I don't want to take it loosely. And I'm definitely training really hard for the fact that this person might mess up my chances for that. And I'm not going to let that happen.
So I always have a question too about there's been some new talent being added to the roster. Do you think that it's wise to match? I mean, even with Paige coming in and fighting you had your one fight before that. you think it's fair to have anybody come in here and debut against somebody that's fought even one time? Because a smack to the face with bare knuckle is a huge adjustment when you get in there. So do you think that maybe having? I'm sorry, I keep cutting. Do you think that maybe having debut versus debut would be a better fit for people coming in?
I mean, yes and no. I feel like bare knuckle is still fairly new. They're on the next event is BKFC 18, but there's actually really been 19 events.
Right.
But I think that, so it is still in its new phase. They're still figuring stuff out. I do think there's a lot of people that think that they can do bare knuckle, and it's like, wow, you really have no idea. So I feel like, exactly like with this, devil's toe sucker lollipop thing. I mean, I think it's at your own risk. If you're entering into bare knuckle, you're not getting, it's bare knuckle. We can't make it any easier for you. So giving you a debuter is really, I really don't see it as being an unfair advantage. If you're going to do bare knuckle, you're going to do bare knuckle. You know what you're getting into. If you sign up for it, if you're matched with someone who's 2-0 or 0-2 has experience, just know that that's a factor that you're going to have to train extra hard because this person has experience. Yeah. And that you're going to have to do the same thing they did. Because at one point in time, we all had to enter that. And unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. And, debuters don't always fight debuters. Would it be more fair? Yeah. But do we really have, time for that? Do people really want to do that and see that? It might make it more of a longer process. So I feel like, going in there, I definitely did it. I had to fight, my fair share of people, and I ended up pretty great. So, I think that, again, there's a lot of girls in there, again, like Paige. Yeah, she only has one fight experience with bare knuckle, but she does have a lot of other fight experience. And these girls that are being signed, they've coming from boxing backgrounds. They're coming from MMA backgrounds. They're coming from different fight combats. So they know what they're getting into. So I don't know, if you're getting into bare knuckle, I don't think you should ask for an easy ride, or expect one, period.
And also, like, on the other side of that too, with like debuters, you don't know how good they are. They could be a fucking rock star, but this is just their first fucking fight.
Exactly.
So I've seen some fighters with experience, they'll try like, I want a debuter because they think it's going to pad their record. The next debuter could be the next undefeated.
Absolutely. And then and then you're robbing them of their chance. If they think they can do it, why not give them the shot?
Okay, it's a horrible idea. My bad.
No. It's not. No, it's an awesome conversation and a good conversation starter. Definitely not a horrible idea. But I think, it definitely is something to think about and consider when you're matching people.
Now, I don't think a debuter should go against someone with like 4 or 5 fights. Like, that's totally not cool. But like, 1 or 2, probably wasn't.
I just noticed a lot of times, like, debuters come out and they get hit that first time, and they're just like, "This is not for me."
Mm-hmm.
And bare knuckle has a lot of them. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but there's like 5 females that I know that only have 1 bare knuckle fight, and you haven't seen them back. So, it's one of those things. If you're, and even at the most, I think I have 4 bare knuckle fights, and Misfit, she has 4 bare knuckle fights, and we're leading with the most bare knuckle fights. So you're looking at someone with only 4 fight experience max in sport already.
Right.
So everybody else, we're playing like super duper catch up. And what are we going to do? Are we going to sit around and just because we took those risks and because I have 4 fights, do I have to sit around and wait for someone else to have 2 or 3 fights before I can fight? Then I'm going to be inactive. I'm signed to a deal. So it kind of, you lose your edge. And that's a disadvantage too when you take a year layoff from fighting and being in competition. That's a factor too when you look at somebody.
Do you think you have a heightened pain tolerance, or real question, like, do you feel like you just don't feel something when it comes to contact to your face with a bare knuckle? I ask that because I have slight pain tolerance, but then I also don't feel something.
Yeah, no, in bare knuckle, to be honest, I feel it after, but my adrenaline is so high, and I've been put in those situations before where I've been in really complex situations where I've had my nose broken and I've had cuts and I had to figure it out quickly. I couldn't really be like, oh my God, I'm in pain. The pain comes later and it does hurt later. But in the moment, I still remember getting hit first time and I was like, oh, it's really no different than boxing in the fact that it stuns you, but it's not really a pain thing. And then you kick in, at least for me anyways, when I get hit, I kick into survivor mode and I'm like, all right, this isn't happening again.
No. Fill out the waters.
Yeah.
So I think we're nearing the time for the challenge.
It's that time.
Talking about
All right, this one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Have you guys?
Oh my.
Mm-hmm. Me and Allie.
Me and Karen have.
I did it though.
All right.
I haven't done it because it can't be sent to Australia.
Oh man.
Otherwise, she would have.
So I posted it on my Instagram, and I had so many people message me saying, "Don't do it." They're like, "It'll give you stomach cramps and mess up your training."
Don't swallow anything. You'll be fine the next day. Just don't swallow anything.
Yeah, just spit. Spitting is fine.
Don't tell them he's debuting, Karen.
I know, but I don't want to see like Britain Hart has go rush to the hospital with massive diarrhea. Like,
yeah, we gave her or
Well, that's what I'm
something.
like. So I told someone, I was like, they're like, oh, Britain. I was like, man, they said it's going to cause you stomach pain and it's going to cause my training to be bad and all this. And they're like, you're still going to do it, aren't you? And I was like, well, I mean.
Doesn't affect your training?
But
no, I don't.
Are you training tomorrow?
That bad.
It just hurts for a couple of hours. Like it's gonna be like just hot for the next couple of hours, and then you'll be fine.
Howie's asking if you're fighting the other fighter with 4 fights. He's trying to pry the information out of you.
We can't get no sneak peeks. Neither can you.
And yeah, that would give it away, huh? Since I said the only 2 females to have that many fights. That fight's definitely coming. Don't you worry.
Howie's sneaky.
Do you have any spinning, Brandon?
All right, so I unwrapped it. This is crazy.
Do you have anything?
All right.
I am gonna go get a cup though, because now I
Yeah, get a drool cup, get some water, get what
Maybe
you
get some yogurt and ice cream too.
need. Get some dairy.
Towel.
Okay. Just don't swallow it. That's my only suggestion. Our show is not about how her recovery is the next day, so I just want to help her out.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna put it in. Right, we're such a great show tonight. We're spitting is okay, and we're gonna put it in.
All the way.
And I'm just gonna hold it there until I can't. Right.
Swirl it around.
So it's a
Yeah,
5
you gotta do
minute.
a swirl at
Or
one
are we gonna
point.
still talk?
It's a 5-minute challenge, and we're going to ask you questions during the 5 minutes.
All right. So if I pull it out, then that means that I don't get any more questions.
Yeah, you're basically.
All right.
Champ or chump.
All right. You're gonna
All
start.
right, clock's up.
Here's a real battle.
Here we go.
Don't be
All right.
scared. Don't be scared.
You gotta count me down from 3. Okay, there it is. All right.
Yep.
I got it.
You feel it
What
already?
is your favorite movie?
Twilight.
All right.
Coraline?
Twilight.
Oh, Twilight. I think she said Coraline.
Oh, I like that movie too.
What?
Is it burning yet?
Hmm?
Is it burning yet? Tell us when it starts burning.
What? What app on your phone can you not live without that you're always on?
Why do you always ask that?
Facebook.
Facebook?
Yeah, it shows my right all the time.
So we know where to catch you at. All
See,
right.
now you gotta spit, don't you? Don't you? You can spit. Just lean off camera.
Who's your hero?
Lean off camera.
4 minutes.
My daughter.
Aw.
Oh, how old's your daughter? 7?
7. Did you grow up with
Wow.
animals? Did you have any pets as a kid?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you have? Yeah, there you go.
I had a dog, I had a cat, and I had a rat.
You had a rat?
Yeah, and I love it.
I have 2 rats.
They're great. Ooh, they're so smart.
Who
They are.
who is the best bare knuckle male fighter?
Joey Beltran.
Oh, who would have guessed?
Who is your least favorite bare knuckle fighter?
Christian
Aw.
Ferreira.
It came up sometime. We knew it.
Oh, no. I hate that girl.
What's a perfect night out for you?
Oh, at the movies.
Nice.
With the
I
movies?
know this old time shit now.
Yeah.
What's your favorite type of food?
What?
Favorite type of food?
Oh, ice cream.
You're gonna want some.
Do you like cinnamon?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. In case anyone's wondering.
What's the sucker taste like?
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
He didn't tell us about that. It's freaking horrible.
Yeah, like terrible fireball.
She's doing good. She's gonna beat us. It looks like possibly. I don't know. Are you gonna beat us?
We're getting close to 2 minutes.
What pisses you off about people?
Like what's a pet peeve? Yeah,
When
Yeah,
they
pet
lie.
peeve.
When they lie.
liars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about driving? What's your pet peeve while people are driving?
When they pass you, when you're already going over the speed limit. Like,
Oh.
what's your
Yeah.
hurry?
How fast you want me to go? Mine's a blinker.
Exactly.
Yeah, mine is when you're driving.
It's all right, Brittany, you're hot. You're
When
sexy.
someone's in the fast lane and you have to pass them on the right hand side. That's my pet peeve.
What do you find scary? What's your fears?
Alligators.
Don't
What's your
If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
To stop time.
Stop
Okay.
time, nice.
I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
what is your favorite trait in a partner?
They don't lie.
Okay. That's solid.
If you could be any other profession, what would it have been? You're doing great. You're doing great. It's okay. We spent
1
I
minute.
know, you only got 1 minute left.
You guys you beat us. So
Woo-wee.
It would be a marine biologist.
nice. That'd be cool. Turtles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So was your first actual physical fight in the ring or on the streets?
Streets.
Did
Okay.
you ever get in trouble growing up?
All the time.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Adam Sandler.
Oh my God, I love
Really?
I love Adam.
Me too.
20 seconds.
Oh, no. I
Just
got
hold on.
Does your daughter want to be a fighter?
Don't stop.
Oh, what?
10.
Does your daughter want to
Nine.
fight like her mum?
Kind of. Some days she defends.
Why are you so calm?
3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Winner.
She did so good.
God, she did it.
Oh my God! Look, I'm like,
Did you eat bananas?
no,
So well.
not bad, huh? Whew.
Wow.
Look, she's not
Oh,
even.
yeah. Hurricane Green make us look like chumps.
You're not even struggling.
She's not even trying to go
Come
for it.
on.
I mean, she just has water. What the hell?
Dude, you could have let her keep going another minute.
Not only can she go up, but her mouth can withstand fire. So
Whew. See, that's that pain tolerance, right?
I guess.
Amazing.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Wow, I've been talking about this all day. I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. Ooh,
Godzilla ain't got shit on
Was,
you.
I know.
was
that
it
was
as bad
awesome.
as you thought?
Mhm.
What?
Was it as bad as you thought it'd be?
Okay, so it's pretty spicy. It's pretty hot. I'm so thankful that I can spit. So thanks for that. But I think I was just really like, I was like, what if it gives me like chemical burns?
No.
What if it makes my stomach hurt?
No, I think my lips were like, felt like I got Botox, like Allie said.
Yeah, I was like-
type of filler, but.
She did it. No, I'm.
Your lips might be a
Who
little.
is the challenge or challenge Paige to this.
It's like hotter now than when it was in my mouth.
Yeah, it's gonna and then come down. Yeah, about until 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 10:30. Watch a movie. Eat some ice cream. Favorite. You have ice cream on hand, ready?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, have some dairy.
I do. My
Nice.
favorite food, so
That's
I
a
definitely
favorite
have ice
food.
cream. So
Let us know that you can train tomorrow and that you are okay.
I will.
We need,
for
we
sure.
need an update.
I
And
feel like a chump right now.
I know. You like barely cried at all, and we did.
I'm afraid of alligators.
Sweating.
Look at my eyes though.
Hey, Karen, I
Careful
still
not
have
to
some
touch
of mine. We could redo.
I threw mine away. Are you kidding? Psycho for keeping the shit.
Dude, I
I
think I
know.
still find it. Hang on.
I buried it like 6 feet deep. Like it was horrible.
I got it in a drawer here somewhere. Oh,
Where? I'm telling
Oh, I
you,
got it.
Vegemite is where it's at for Sambo.
I am super.
same.
I'm
I'll
super
save it
excited.
for when Australia lets you get mail.
Whew.
I'm glad.
It's like pepper spray, man. It's like,
Go get
You
what's
did
in the water.
good, though.
Go get your gelato. Go get your ice cream. You're
Howie,
amazing. I don't know if you saw people commenting on that, by the way.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Howie wants to know if your coach is coming to HOF inductions with you.
you know what? I didn't. I have to ask him. I didn't ask him.
All right. Well, blame Howie and Marie for it.
Right. I have to. I
That
definitely
damn
nominated him.
Gabe.
So I nominated him for a coach award.
Oh, okay.
So I definitely will make sure he gets it. But he's pretty busy. But I'll ask him if he wants to come. Oh,
Is the next
Oh.
BKFC in Miami?
what?
Is the next BKFC, is that in Miami?
It is.
I
Okay.
think they moved it to June. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep.
Sorry, I
hope-
can't think of anything else right now because this shit is hot.
So we know you got a lot going on. If you do happen to run into that Joey guy, tell him we'd like to have him on the show also.
Matter of fact, come here.
I'm not doing
Ah!
that challenge. I'll tell you right now.
Well, we want to have you on the show, on your own show, though.
Yeah,
Can we
yeah.
get you on here?
I'm not going to do that challenge.
You just use your sucker.
Boo.
I know. Party pooper, huh?
No.
Yeah, he knows who the
Is he
real
gonna be on the
champ is.
girls' show or the boys' show?
I'm thinking about having him on the Bare Knuckles Most Wanted and kind of switching, allowing the BKFC guys to go over there. So and gals. But
Down. No, he'll be around. I was on this show before, and I had
Yeah,
nothing.
say she's grandfathered in. She stays on ours.
What flavor are you eating?
Coconut.
Oh, I love that. It looks good.
Oh, it's so good.
My kids hate it 'cause whenever we get ice cream, I get stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's sweet, but it's not like, and it takes a while to eat because it's like, But I could easily go through a gallon of ice cream too.
That's why I don't have sweets in my house because I'll eat it all.
Facts for sure.
Well, you definitely, someone called you a champ. I think you are a champ. Me and Allie are chumps. Sambo,
Yeah.
yet to join us. Matt, we're looking at you. He just,
no, I will not do it. I can't handle
Matt
fire.
Come here over there and I'll do
tested
it.
it out first, and he
I
licked
go-
it once and was like, "Nope."
Yeah, no, I go to an Indian restaurant and I order a
he's
style.
sadistic as shit.
That's funny.
That's too hot.
And
Yeah,
Jamie's
and I'm
not
not even a
got
lover
it.
of hot food.
What's
You don't
that?
even like hot food?
I don't like spicy food.
Holy shit!
You like it now?
You
You
can
are
eat
a
it now. You
Yeah,
can
no,
eat
I-
that.
I only did it just to see if I mentally was tough enough.
That's
Yeah,
where probably, that's where she
I-
did this.
What I want to know is who's tougher, Joey or Britain? We need at least one lick from Joey.
Oh yeah. Trust me, I have it over
So
here.
big.
Do it. No.
I'm gonna
We
tell.
really appreciate you coming on the show. I know you're busy and all, so taking the time out to hang out with us is wonderful.
No, I love you guys. Really, honestly, I know that I felt like we had a major connection in our first fight, just being females and strong forces that have been through ups and downs. So, I really appreciate coming back and following up with you guys.
Well, we appreciate you giving us your time, especially after all your hard-earned success. And we enjoy and having all you guys and watching you flourish. We keep tabs on you. We watch it. We're big fans. And we're definitely going to keep watching for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that means a lot to me. So I enjoy talking to you guys and catching up. And definitely, I'll let you know when I find out when I can tell who I'm fighting, but just know that she's going to get it.
So who, you got anybody you want to shout out, or where can your fans find you? Or
yeah, definitely follow me on Instagram, Team Britain Hart. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Twitter, Team Britain Hart. My Facebook is just Britain Hart. Big shout out to Boxar Studios here in Miami. They've been really awesome and working with me and giving me a home. And I'm so thankful for them right now. I still love my coach, Marcus Luck, in Danville, Virginia, and Coach Haas out in Ventura and Knuckleheads. So shout out to them because they're my support system, and without them, I couldn't be who I am.
Nice.
Shout out to all your fans.
All my fans. Oh, I love all of them so much. They make my day. When I'm having a bad day and I see them comment on my posts and comment and tell me that they're proud of me or they believe in me or whatever positive things they say, it really makes a difference in my day. So thank you so much.
Yeah, well, you're hard earned and working and deserving of it. So
yeah, so that's one thing we like to have, athletes back on, especially to have great personalities. They're good people and have a good story and how they got there.
Yeah, if you ever want to just mention something or talk about something and you want to, announce something, definitely just message one of these guys and we'll get you on the show.
Or be in more pain.
If you have another idea,
some weird shit with you sometime.
Yeah, if you want us to feel the pain with you, we'll do some stuff.
I'm down. Well, I'll
all right.
Together and see, and then we'll
Speak for yourself, Allie.
It'll be like Survivor. It'll be like who's the first to tap out. And then Matt, since he doesn't want to do it, he can just ask us the questions.
Yeah.
There you go.
Love it. Thank you for having
me.
Yeah, thanks for coming back.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Good job, babes.
Thank you.
Right.
Good night.
See you later.
See
Bye,
ya.
guys.
Good show. Good show.
I feel like a chump now.
Fuck. You just watch us in pain. Are you getting off over there on that shit?
I'm gonna go get a taco now.
What'd you say?
I don't
She
know
wants a
why.
taco.
For some reason, I called her Brittany there for a second. I have no idea.
You what?
I called her Brittany for a second for some reason.
No, she's never coming back on.
I know.
Yeah. What do
I
you
just feel old. It's like my, like your mother would always, called all the siblings. Hey, Tom, Matt.
Are you gonna do the next challenge with us, Matt?
Depends on what it is.
I want weird shit.
Yeah. Or we could do bean
Man,
boozled.
I'm just such a pussy when it comes to food. Ugh.
Why? Do you not have a palate that's like big and open and you can just eat like sea urchins and shit?
Some of that
Yeah,
stuff
you
I can
afford
use
it.
it. I mean, you're talking about like eating eyeballs and shit. I'm not down with that.
We gotta figure out something.
I'm telling you, the Vegemite, so Sambo can watch in all her glory.
I still think eating pig's feet is gross enough.
Yeah, you should try. What my favorite Vegemite recipe is like a toasty. So toast with melted cheese inside and Vegemite
What?
inside
What
as
is
well.
Vegemite?
Delicious. It's like salty and cheesy.
It looks like black gook that's just full of salt.
Good.
And you just eat it.
Like something out the Alien.
What? Yeah.
Like in Jurassic Park, that like dinosaur that like and that like tar comes out. Is that what Vegemite looks like?
oh yeah, oh, like those like, woo!
Yeah, like.
I mean, if it's like eel sauce, I'll do it.
Mm.
Oh, that's my dinosaur impression. That's Allie's dinosaur impression.
So Howie wants me to bring you guys all to New York.
Sorry,
Where
guys.
are we going? New York?
What was that?
Howie wants us all to make a trip to New York.
By car?
Yes.
I have no idea. It's gonna be a long car ride for Sam.
Yeah, we don't have our vaccines, so like we gotta drive.
Dad joke.
Dad joke challenge.
I'd love
Dad
to go to
joke?
New York.
Oh, like no one can laugh?
No one can laugh. Oh, really?
Is that what the dad joke challenge is?
I ain't gonna
You
laugh.
like keep a straight face?
I ain't gonna laugh.
All right. Well, it was a good show. I thought you guys did great, and Britain's something else. She's amazing.
I know, like
I feel like
I'm hoping she gets
question my
to.
confidence now.
I hope her and Christine get to duke it out at some point and go for the do
yep.
the title needs to be out there and somebody needs to claim it. So
Nice, everybody wants to see.
I think that really jumped up the BKFC though.
Mm-hmm.
So
do what?
They need more weight classes.
weight
There's somewhere
classes.
that
What the
only
hell?
have one weight class for girls.
Yeah.
You guys have the BKFC app yet?
I
No.
do not.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How much like that?
Can you get it on Android?
It's like $4. Yeah, and it's a month, and you can put it on Android or your Roku or Fire Stick or whatever. I think so.
Okay.
You'll enjoy it. Like
Like,
all the events are streamed live to it, so you get to watch them there for $4.
yeah, but shouldn't it be free to us? Don't they know we're 11 on Amazon?
Yeah, right. Exactly. I agree
They
with
want,
that.
Perks. When do the perks start flying?
I
That
want like,
money does help. People like Britain. So
Mhm.
we get like
Yeah, that's
t-shirts,
true.
by the way, of like Matt is like Charlie and then the angels around it.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Someone make us like cartoon cells. Like, can you guys
Good night, angels.
Yeah,
You gotta grow that.
that's kind of like it. Because you're not
Yeah, do like
you
the
really wanted to be a part with
girl.
us, like, you're stuck with us, so
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
Mustacheless Matt.
Ronnie.
Yeah, we need to get some kind of fan art going on or like a new cover. Because like a lot of people get confused. There's people that know me and like, hey, do you have a new fight with like this girl or whatever? Like, what are you talking about? Well, they'll see like our cover thing. Like, there's a fight. I'm like, fuck no, I want to fight that girl. She's pro. That's just a podcast.
That's why we're posting. We're not fighting no more. I mean, Sambo is, but she's in Australia, so she can't touch us over here. Safe from
I don't know if
We
you
still
were
have spring
watching.
chicken.
I don't know if Monica was watching, but she
Kind of.
she took that challenge and beat the shit out of it. So
I know. And then to find out she doesn't even like spicy food. Like, I like spicy
Yeah,
food.
that is
I didn't last
weird.
5 minutes.
Yeah, but she said it was all mental. And I'm like, there's no way you can get through that unless you're just mentally just strong.
yeah, especially if you're not into spicy food, because you kind of build up a tolerance. So
Yeah,
she's
I mean, I
probably
eat
going into
jalapenos every day, and I couldn't do that shit.
Do you reckon she covered her mouth with something before that?
She's got like saran wrap.
She wasn't struggling at all.
We didn't make
Time,
her.
let's check your mouth.
Sambo's a bad lady. We know.
Mm-hmm.
We're not worried now.
your future opponents.
Can
Do you notice we don't talk shit to Sambo ever?
whoever's watching that can sponsor us,
Jay Donna.
like a
Do you
trip.
have a fight coming up sometime, Rainbow?
I want to do a special.
No, I'm
Australia.
still learning the BJJ game, and I feel like I'm getting it. Like I'm close. I reckon maybe a year's time. But I don't want to rush it because I'm really enjoying learning. Like I love it.
Don't rush it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like everyone's asking when you're fighting, and I'm like, not yet. It's
I
coming.
know. There's always pressure.
Or say striking, fighting, but
Yeah, I don't want to feel pressured.
I rush my MMA. But don't. It's fun. It's a great way to cut
Did
weight.
you?
Yes.
Have
Yeah,
you
so
guys
you love training until you have a fight camp.
if you guys are bored, also for $6 on Amazon, there's a new movie called Born a Champion.
Okay.
Sean Flannery. He's
Why
in
am I
it.
not on this show?
Yes, he's coming on our show. He was in Boondock Saints.
Yes, I know. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Karen, we can sneak on the boys' show at any time.
I know, but
We
I'm
can
like,
crash their show.
I have a psychotic schedule.
I watched the show and nearly cried. So
I think I saw him, or maybe it was.
Oh, Matt, are you generally
Oh,
emotional?
that's what you guys were talking about, crying.
I
No,
mean,
like,
That is really sad.
I've only cried a few times in my life.
Fox and the Hound, huh?
But I mean, like, it wasn't like I cried. I choked him back. You know what I'm saying? But it was one of those ones where, like, you can
Like,
feel
they,
it more.
they like welted up here, but they
Yeah, you're
stayed
like,
here.
I cried in The Lion King. Oh, that movie
Dude,
is so
I cried in
sad.
like every Toy Story.
I think the only movie I ever actually like
Really?
was Braveheart.
Really? I guess I never watched it.
Braveheart?
Karen, what makes you cry?
Me?
Yeah, movie cry.
Yeah,
movie makes you
Karen.
cry.
Shit. I don't have feelings.
She
I get
doesn't
emotional
cry.
with movies. I don't understand.
I don't know. I have to think about that. Tune back in.
Did you go on Titanic? That's a pretty sad movie.
I
Every
didn't
bitch
cry.
cries in The Notebook.
Dude, I didn't
I haven't-
cry
I
all
don't
the way
know.
until I was like 19 years old for a long time because I didn't like have all those hormones. And then one day it just came to me and I was crying at like the not the Pamper commercials. What's that little teddy bear? That little fluffy thing with like,
Snuggles?
Charmin.
yeah, the snuggle, the whatever that. I was crying my ass off like watching him hug his blankie.
Oh,
But
Dave-
it's different now. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Game-
as I gotten older, I'm becoming more emotional with movies than I ever was when I
me
was younger.
too, Allie.
I like
Oh, I'm
Disney
kind of Mulan.
movies. Disney movies get, or like some Adam Sandler movies get super fucking sad, like Click.
Yeah. Oh, or blended like when you sing the Rainbow Bridge because her mom is dead and oh my god, not a Rainbow Bridge, like Over the Rainbow.
Mm-hmm. That one was pretty good too. I was actually just talking about Blended today and how it was a good movie.
I love blended. I can watch
Mhm.
Adam Sandler over and over, or I watch 50 First Dates a lot over and over and over.
We actually just watched it here the other night.
He's one of my favorites, and he's. I mean, I paid like I don't know how much freaking money to see Adam Sandler up close a couple years ago. Like he's like my favorite. Like he's the only thing that makes me happy. Like if I'm sad, not talking about always crying. If I'm sad, that's the only thing I watch. So you know exactly when I'm sad. 'Cause my boyfriend will walk in and I literally have Adam Sandler on repeat. And so it's like a whole week.
I don't like
Oscar
Adam
walks
Sandler.
in, he's like, "Oh no."
I watch him straight for a whole week, but I will cry at his movies too, despite him being a comedy.
I don't like Adam Sandler. I don't know why.
Huh? You what? You're
I've
jealous.
never liked him. I've just never liked him.
I find Adam Sandler plays the same character in all his movies.
What's that?
Adam Sandler,
I
I love
find Adam Sandler plays the same character
Yes,
in all his
exactly.
movies.
So does
I
Vince
love
Vaughn.
him like that.
Me,
That's-
not me, we're the same.
I watched him since he was on
It's like Jim Carrey.
Still funny.
Yeah, some of them, they just play the same guy. They're not that good actors. They play themselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like Jim Carrey. Every movie is the same guy.
No, Adam Sandler. Have you ever listened to CDs? I grew up listening to CDs. People don't even know he has CDs. You ever heard the song at a medium pace? Most romantic song. Everyone watching, Google at a medium pace.
You know
Adam.
how old I am? Of course I know that song.
Okay, you know it's a really dirty song talking about sticking shampoo bottles up your ass, but he's fantastic. So
Oh, I was gonna say I've heard like the Turkey song.
Now
and the
wash
one-
my
there's
blood.
one track where he's just peeing. The whole song is just him peeing in a toilet, I think. So he's fabulous.
All
My
right.
mother has a 4-inch dick. My
And
neighbor's dog has a 4-inch dick.
Hmm.
all right. Good.
Mm.
We're gonna wrap this up.
Well,
So now
I
we know
got
tomorrow
go
night
back
if
to
it is
work.
available.
So.
Yes, Howie. Will Ferrell is the man.
Me. I mean, I don't
Oh.
hate Will
Your
Ferrell,
balls off the drum set.
but
All right.
Step Brothers,
Well,
that was pretty good. Even my youngest likes that movie.
do what?
Oh, Benito!
He almost got neutered today. and then I chose not to castrate him. So happy Cinco de
Because he
Mayo.
could get cancer.
Why?
Mama said I wanted that for you.
Huh? We saved your balls.
So why did you?
Is he
why did
super
you
horny?
change your mind?
No, he's not.
That's enough testicles on the screen.
Oh, okay. Then you don't need to cut them off.
He's my baby.
So you were performing the surgery and you decided not to?
no,
No,
I didn't.
I remember in my lab he was so horny. And after we cut his balls off, he was fine. He was normal.
No, he's fine, but he only likes
Stop
the humping
humping
that
us.
look like him. Like he has a skunk toy. He looks like a skunk, so he likes to hump his skunk toys. It was terrifying. He stopped it. Right? Good job, babe.
He's like Pepe Le Pew.
Oh.
People are just going to jump.
And that's my
People are
actually.
just going to jump on this program at this time. And be like,
That's flour, but he's holding pizza instead of flour. I love skunks. I grew up. That's why I got him because he looked like a skunk. So I love Peppy.
Oh, okay.
How's all you guys that don't like Peppy?
You'll live longer if you neuter him.
No, that's why I didn't do it because look it up. It talks about dogs, male dogs having no increase in lifespan, and they actually have an increase in prostate cancers if you neuter. It's a new study. I just read this. I thought I was gonna like save him from cancer. Not necessarily male dogs. Female dogs apparently have way better chances at living longer. It's the male dogs that they're like you can increase the aggression. So I don't know. I'm gonna hold off a little bit longer.
I know I found out the rats, I might have to get them neutered because they can get tumors on their testicles.
Yeah, like I think the small animals I would absolutely get neutered. Those big old testicles on the
But if you wait longer, Karen, it will hurt him more. Like it's so sad seeing them come out of recovery after they get neutered.
I don't know if I'm gonna get
My
neutered.
dog was so sad.
I think he's gonna. We're gonna save these suckers, okay?
are you going to dip them in glitter?
I'm sorry, I'm embarrassing him.
Have you seen that where they dip them in glitter?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah,
I'm doing
that's
a lot of
hilarious.
research, so. My baby, he's my sweetie. He's my son, so I'm really cautious.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, it was nice chatting with you and having all of you ladies back on the show. But
Yeah, it's been a while since we've all been on.
Charlie has to go get drunk, Angels.
Good night,
Charlie.
Charlie.
has to go get drunk.
So hopefully it'll be a little more frequent. Sorry, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh,
Yeah. Have a good evening over there.
Oh, yeah.
remember to
Yes.
drink drinker.
Delicious. I need some.
All right. We'll see you next week, ladies.
Chill. Good night.
Good night, Matt.
See ya.
Good night.
Bye.
Perfect.